To be perfectly honest, I've got no sea legs at all. And a few minutes before I leave, I wonder what possessed me. For the next 2 weeks, I'll be living with Paul and his family. They're fishermen in Benin. As a true landlubber, I get seasick just crossing a canal. So things aren't looking good. Especially as the town I'm heading to is built entirely on water. I'm bound for Benin, West Africa, to immerse myself in the life of Ganvié, a town on Lake Nokoué. Ganvié is an incredible place, bang in the middle of the marshes. 35,000 people live here in stilt houses. You don't walk here, you row, and life is a struggle. There are no sidewalks, roads, running water, or electricity, but there are swarms of mosquitoes. How can anyone live, work, and raise children in such an insane place? I have 2 weeks to find out. Time to jump in at the deep end. Lake Nokoué is a small inland sea. On one of its shores lies Ganvié. And a friend of Paul's family is taking me there.
Welcome home.
Welcome home. This is the edge of Ganvié, the first houses. It looks like Asterix's village, only on stilts. The residents of Ganvié are a separate ethnic group called the Cotonou. They are known as the people of the lake. I'm about to find out that these indomitable Beninese have their own special way of doing things. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Haven't you?
No way. Just look at it. It's amazing. Hello, sweetie. Hello, honey. And this is where I'll be staying. Are those the family's houses? Great. There's a welcoming committee to greet me. A white woman staying with the locals is quite an event in Ganvié. Hello. As the head of my host family, Paul greets me first.
Hello.
Alex.
Welcome.
So, Paul.
Welcome. Mikavo.
Mikavo is Tofingabe for welcome. Sosi is the eldest member of this dynasty. Hello, everyone. And all these children. Hello, sweetie.
Jisoo.
Ah, they're twins. How old are they?
They're 5.
Yes. And you must be Emilienne. Am I right? Hi, Emilienne. And Etienne.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Etienne. You're the eldest child, aren't you?
Yes, I'm 22.
22? Okay. You speak French.
I do my best.
You speak it really well, very well. Will you help me? All these little ones. How many are there? I've lost count already. It's a good thing. There's a who's who of the family on the wall.
This is a photo of my mother.
I see that she passed recently.
Sadly, she died giving birth.
Gosh, it was really recently. I'm so sorry.
This is Madeleine, his second wife.
And so Madeleine is your second wife.
That's right.
Icing on the cake, I'm introduced to Paul's third wife, who's holding the youngest sibling.
He has 3 wives. Yes, he's a true polygamist.
Ah, 3 wives! Are you okay? You know that in France, it's 1 wife. How many children are there?
With my mom, he had 8 children.
8. Not bad. And with his second wife, how many children?
6, 7, 8.
8.
8 too.
But one died.
So 8 plus 7, 15 children. And with your third wife, do you have any children?
2 children.
2. Oh, that's a lot of children, Paul. That makes, hang on, I'll do the maths. 17, is that right? 17 children. I guess we're going to have fun then. How can so many people live in such a small space? For maximum stability, stilt houses are rarely more than 60 square meters in size. So ingenuity is the key to day-to-day survival. Here's the larder with its live chickens, the cooktop, fueled by firewood. That's all there is to feed 20 mouths every day. Welcome to Ganvié. Fortunately, Paul has had a second home for 3 years. Unlike the first, it's completely surrounded by water. Let the struggle commence. To get from one house to the other, you have to row. To go from this house to there, we have to take the boat.
The pirogue.
That's crazy.
Slowly.
Yes, I'll be careful. Maybe I'll end up in the water one day. Wow, it's so close, just 6 meters away. Hello?
This is Madeleine's house.
Okay, this is a bedroom too. Madeleine, do you sleep here? With Paul?
Yes.
This is your bedroom. Paul and Madeleine.
Okay.
I find out where I'll be sleeping. Oh la la, you can see the water through the slats. Look, you can see the lake. I'm very lucky to get a room to myself. These few square meters are a real luxury in Ganvié. I'll be sleeping on the floor, though. Paul, this is for the mosquitoes. It's my mosquito net. Oh, it opens automatically, look. Like all marshy areas, mosquitoes are rife here. And they transmit malaria too, the primary cause of death in Benin.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. I open it here and jump into bed. There we go. Bye-bye, mosquitoes. There. It's good, huh? Saucy, isn't it good?
Yes. Yeah, it's good.
It's good, huh?
Yes.
Yes. The bathroom's there.
Yes, that's the toilet. And the shower.
Ah, and the shower too.
Yeah, and the shower too.
Okay, so you stand there, and it goes straight into the lake.
In the water.
And this is the door?
Yes, it's the door.
You're laughing, Etienne. Hey, there's a hole in the door. So all the pee, when you use the toilet, it goes into the lake.
That's right.
There's no way to do otherwise?
There's no other way.
Right, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll make do with this. Great. We're going to have a laugh, Sussy. I'm realizing that in Ganvié, I'm going to have to learn to live on the water and to stop freaking out as soon as I see a kid near it. How are you going to run about, you poor little mite? There's water everywhere. Do you always have an eye on the baby and the girls to make sure they're not near the edge of the deck? It's pretty dangerous. Are you aware of this constant danger?
We're not afraid. If we fall in the water, we just get out. It's instinctive. And the children don't go near the edge.
Do you know that too? That you mustn't go near the edge of the deck? Despite Madeleine's reassuring words, the danger seems very real to me. And I know a Western mum would soon lose her cool if she had to raise her kids here. 7 p.m, night is falling. With no electricity, everybody beds down early in Ganvié. There's no TV, but you can admire this wonderful sight from the window. Wow, the view from the room. It's unbelievable. I'm going to be just fine here. Damn, one's got in. Alex 1, mosquitoes 0. My first morning in Ganvié. I can forget about doing my hair. It's pointless. The humidity here exceeds 80%. Anyway, there's water everywhere. And it's really beautiful. It's 6:45. How are you, sweetie?
Yes, I'm fine.
You're so cute. Hello, Emilienne. Here's proof that wherever you are in the world, teens who've just woken up are a real delight. Good morning.
Hello, Alex.
How are you?
Very well. And you?
I feel great.
Did you sleep well?
You look smart.
Yes.
I love it. He said yes. It's great. It's lovely.
Your outfit's pretty.
This is my nightshirt. I'll go and get dressed.
You're going to be cold.
How could I possibly be cold? At dawn, it's already 25 degrees Celsius. For my first morning, I make do with a flannel wash in my makeshift bathroom. I can't face the open-air shower just yet. The locals don't wash with the lake's brackish water, and I'm quickly made to understand that I'll have to work up a sweat if I want fresh water. The kids and I are off to fetch water, and joyfully too. It's very evidently a chore for them. Every other day, because there's no drinking water in Ganvié. The town doesn't have a water and sewage system. It'll be too complicated and costly to install in these marshes. This pump is just one of just 2 supply points in Ganvié. There's a crowd as usual. Drinking water is drawn from groundwater sources 30 metres or so under the lake bed. It's crazy to live on the water, but have so much hassle getting it. Back home, when you want a glass of water, you turn on the tap, stick your glass under it, turn off the tap, drink, and that's it. Here, if you want a glass of water, you row 15 minutes, queue up, then row another 15 minutes home. It's a very different life. Where should I go? I'm getting a shower. Goodbye. It's much heavier on the way back, isn't it great? What a life. Living in Ganvié is complicated. The bottom line is it takes an hour and a half to fetch enough water for the family's needs. And needless to say, we'll have to do it all again tomorrow. As soon as we get home, I head off again in the pirogue owned by Paul and his eldest son, Etienne. They want to introduce me to the rest of the family, who live on the other side of town. Off I go again for a 30-minute row. To be honest, for an occasional sportswoman like me, it's kind of tiring on the arms. At what age do the kids learn, Etienne?
When they're 5.
That's young to learn how to paddle. It's pretty physical. I'm not 5 and I find it really hard. But the fact is, I have no choice. Bye-bye subway, hello pirogue. On the way, I get to see a bit more of this strange town. Those are the original houses of Ganvié?
Yes, they're the original houses.
They're a bit lopsided, Etienne. Hello, madame.
They're old houses.
Look at that one up ahead. It's a bit... These houses are built on piles driven into the mud. They have to be frequently rebuilt and raised to keep them above the water. The people of Ganvié have been battling against nature since the town was founded in 1717. There's quite a crowd.
Yeah.
Is this the town centre?
Yes, that's the market.
It's wider here, huh? It's a big canal, like in Venice. This is Ganvié's Grand Canal. No wonder Ganvié is dubbed the Venice of Africa. Even the paddlers remind me of gondoliers. There's a timeless quality about this place. On the canal, hundreds of women sell their wares. Transactions are done from one pirogue to the other. There's a hardware store, an organic store with fruit and veg from the mainland, and even a local H&M. In Ganvié, the grocery stores float, obviously.
Alex? We're going to visit your grandpa's house.
My grandpa's? But I don't have a grandpa in Ganvié.
Your Paul's 18th child.
Ah! I'm Paul's daughter. Adopted. 18th child. You have to stop making babies, Paul. 18 children, that's enough, okay?
I already have 17 children, you know. I'm blessed. So why not one more? Why not, huh? Hey, she's my 18th child, my daughter from France.
Who is she?
My white daughter.
Miracle.
It's extraordinary.
Hello.
Welcome.
We're getting out. He's Paul's brother and my uncle. On his land, surprise, a concrete house, a luxury with an astonishing use. So this is your grandpa's place, is it?
Yes, it's Grandpa's place.
So your father's home?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, were you both born on this land, in this house?
Yeah.
And what's that?
We buried your grandpa and your great-grandpa here.
Ah, so it's a tomb.
Yes, it's a tomb.
And it's the living room.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very different to back home, you know. We don't do this. You go first. So you have the tomb at home. Where is it? It isn't here. It's there.
Here.
So who's here? Your father? Okay. And here? Grandpa?
Yeah. Here's Dad.
Here.
Here's Grandpa.
Under here?
Yes.
Yeah, here.
When there's a ceremony, the families get together here to talk.
All right, and it's a way to not part with the dead. It's incredible. Because we only really have cemeteries. We leave the dead in peace. But we don't bury them at home.
We buried our father at home. That way he stays close to us. It's our tradition.
It's a strength, a great strength.
Ah, that's why.
A great strength.
Okay. For the whole family?
Yes.
Okay. Now I understand. In Ganvié, every concrete house is actually a tomb. Only the dead have their feet on the ground here. The living are strongly bound to the water, and for good reason. It saved their lives 300 years ago. And in this story, the whites were by no means heroes. What can I hear? When we go by, the people say, Yovo, Yovo. What does Yovo, Yovo mean?
Ah, the whites. They're saying the whites, the whites. In our dialect, Yovo, Yovo.
Just Yovo, Yovo, white. I've never been told I was white so much before.
Hey, show some respect. Be nice to her. Put your sticks down. She's with me.
I realise that the Yovos aren't always welcome here, which is understandable.
Our ancestors ran away. They were fleeing the Atlantic slave trade.
They escaped the slave raids
That's right.
and came here to the lake,
They came to the lake to hide.
and the people stayed.
Yes, the people stayed.
That's staggering. And do you like living here?
Yes, I'm proud. Sure.
You're proud. You're proud of your town.
I'm proud of my town.
Why?
If my ancestors hadn't settled here, I might be in the New World now. As you can see, we're free.
This freedom is in Ganvié's DNA. It's found as escaped slavery. Unlike 10 million fellow Africans who were torn from this part of the continent and deported to the Americas. So yes, in Ganvié, they're definitely free. I understand now why the men and women of this town persist in living on the water, as if their freedom still depended on it. In fact, Ganvié means we are saved. Etienne, his brothers, his sisters, are the descendants of resistors, of the unsubdued. Each day, I grow more attached to this family of extraterrestrials. In Ganvié, there's no traffic, no honking horns. I sleep like a baby. Why did I open my big mouth? Jesus, Madeleine's baby, obviously has a fever, and she's trying to bring it down. It isn't normal, is it? We're going to show the doctor. In Ganvié, when you want to see the doctor, you have no choice. There's only one dispensary. It'll be okay.
Look, he has spots here.
And behind here, too.
Yes, and here. And on his bottom, too.
That's definitely because of the fever. I'll take his temperature.
Under his arm? Here, the first test done on all children is a thick blood smear to detect the presence of malaria parasites. Does that give you the result really quickly?
Yes, it only takes 15 minutes.
Wow. He's so brave. He's not saying a word. And do you automatically test all infants for malaria?
Yes, it's automatic.
Are there many cases?
Yes, malaria is rife here. We do it systematically.
And can you cure a small baby of malaria?
Sure.
If it's treated promptly?
Yes, in the early stages. When it becomes serious, late-stage malaria, we send them to the hospital in Ganvie.
In Benin, the infant mortality rate is almost 20 times higher than in France.
Here, there's a C. There's a single red line.
Does that mean it's negative?
That's right. If there are two, it means it's positive, that it's malaria.
This time, Jesus is lucky. He doesn't have malaria, just an infection that can easily be treated with antibiotics. Late afternoon, I join Paul and Etienne, whose task is to bring dinner home. There's no dry land here, so no animal or crop farming. The only way to feed the family's 20 members is fishing. And in Ganvié, it's practically an art form. These beautiful arabesques are traps for catching fish. There are basket straps stuck in these grass barriers, and hopefully tonight's dinner inside them. I must admit, I feel pretty unsure about the lake's water. After all, human waste goes directly into it. A fish! It's a carp.
Yes, it's a carp.
It isn't moving. It doesn't look very alive. Shall I do the next trap? Shall I try? Right. Where's the hook? Ah, there it is. Oh no, I'm scared. Oh dear. Ah, there's something there. I've got it. I've got it, but I don't have any fish. Damn, I messed up.
You're just stirring up the bottom.
What a lot of hard work just for the odd fish.
Quelques poissons parfois.
This isn't industrial fishing. Ah!
The miraculous catch of fish.
Yay! Big and moving! Yay! I'm so happy.
Put it in the pirogue.
At least this one is alive. I pinch the tail like this, right? I'm not a fisherwoman or a fishmonger. It's pretty obvious. Like this? I didn't do it right. She's doing it again. Then we cook them right away and eat them? It's a very short cycle. Talk about locavore. A well-caught fish is a good fish.
Is it good?
It sure is. I'm proud. I'm halfway through my stay. I can't feel my arms anymore, but I have to row the kids to school now. Like all good teens, Julienne does her homework at the last minute. What are you doing?
I'm doing my exercises.
What is it, French?
It's geography.
The geography of Benin, with the cities? The sites of... Hey, what's this word? What's Fugidater?
I copied that word down, but it doesn't appear to exist.
In Ganvié, everything is an obstacle course, even getting to school. Julienne, if you don't have a pirogue, how do you get to school?
We can't go.
You don't go to school?
No.
Do you know any children who can't go to school because they don't have a pirogue? You do? So no boat, no school.
No.
No school, no education. With just the one boat, only half of Paul's children can go to school. In their smart uniforms, Emilienne and Julienne are part of the privileged few. But when you don't have a pirogue, you get creative. The determination of these kids is admirable. The school is situated on dry land by the edge of the lake. So it's a mini paradise for these kids. A wide open space is a rare thing in Ganvié. I realise they come to school to learn, obviously, but also to stretch their legs. The children's favourite class, which they wouldn't miss for the world, is sport. And they're willing to brave the blazing sun for it. Isn't it too hard?
No.
But with the heat?
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yes.
I'm really, really, really hot. I'm not running after the ball. I can't. Yovo can't. There's no way. Finding a PE teacher was a real headache. The teachers all come from the mainland. But as is often the case in Africa, few can swim. Not even Hervé, the sports teacher. Do a lot of teachers refuse to come to Ganvié?
A lot of teachers don't like it. They're scared of water. I moved here in 2003, and I was really scared of the water at first. I didn't even want to get in the pirogue to come to Ganvié.
Really?
Because I come from Ganvie. We're not used to water there. For me, it was torture.
After school, the kids get their paddles, like our kids with their scooters or bikes. The problem is, like a bike, a pirogue is a valuable object that everyone wants. You can't find your pirogue? Where did you put it earlier? Over there? Do you think someone's taken it? I don't know who's taken a pirogue. You'll take her home? Apparently this happens a lot. The pirogues, everyone just helps themselves. You leave it somewhere, and from outside the school, though, it's unbelievable. Bye! After a week in Ganvié, I'm now used to the open-air shower, but less so to dental hygiene, Tofino style. Is that for me? The stick for the teeth? Do I crush it? Yes? It's hard. Don't you get bits between your teeth? You spit? It takes 3 hours to clean your teeth. It makes your teeth white, huh? I'm ready to hit the capital. Little do I know what's awaiting me. Here we go again. There's no avoiding the pirogue. The women are going to Cotonou.
See you later.
The women are off to town. The only way to make money here is to sell fish. I accompany Madeleine and her baby, who's firmly strapped to her back. Cotonou, here we come. A 90-minute row. At 1 o'clock, the perfect hour. It isn't at all hot. Come on, let's go and make money. Hey, Madeleine, we're going to make money.
I don't understand a word, but I'll say yes.
Hello.
Taking your friend for a ride?
The locals are going to think Madeleine's smart. She's making a Yovo work. She's making a white woman work. Now that's something. We've been paddling for 10 minutes just to get out of Ganvié. We've got 80 minutes to go to the landing stage, and I'm already exhausted. Right, Heave-ho. Madeleine does this countless times each week. Heave-ho. Back on dry land, with this weird sensation of waddling like a duck. You know, I haven't set foot on dry land for a week. I've been at your house on the water all week. It feels weird. Madeleine's stall is half an hour from here. We take a Zem, the local name for a motorcycle taxi. Oh, what a fantastic adventure. I've never done this before. We've got the fish, the baby. Are we good to go? Don't drive too fast, gentlemen. Off we go. Woo! Nearly 1 million people live in Cotonou. We have to get through this urban jungle to reach our destination. It's weird, I never thought I'd miss the commotion of city life so much. It's total chaos. And we've come from Ganvié. It's less crowded there. And there are no streets. I'd forgotten the noise of car horns since I've been in Ganvié. Not only has Madeleine rode in the 45-degree heat, but she also has to get through the traffic with her inseparable baby. It doesn't seem to be an ordeal for Jesus, though. Is this it? God, we're stopping on the Beltway. Oh, no. We're going to sell fish on the edge of the Beltway. And here's our spot. I wouldn't have bet a CFA franc on it. They're still breathing after our 2-hour trek. Look. There's no ice, not a single cube. Hey, come buy our fish instead. Hello. I'm selling, not buying. We're waiting for customers, me and Madeleine. In the peace and quiet. Hello.
What sort of fish do you have?
That's carp, but I've got tilapia too.
Goodbye. See you again.
Thank you. Goodbye, sir. How much did you sell it for in the end?
5,000.
5,000. Is that good? Are you pleased?
And you?
Oh, yes, I'm happy. Our first customer. If we could sell the lot in 10 minutes and go back to Ganvié.
You have to be patient. I enjoy my life in Ganvié. But I'd like to live in the city too. I'd like to be where the money is. If God gives us money in a place, we stay. I sell my fish easily here. That's why I come.
Making a fortune in Cotonou, a mighty big word for Benin, which ranks among the 20 poorest nations in the world. After 8 hours of rowing, heat and exhaust fumes, Madeleine heads home with just 10 euros in her pocket. And all that with a baby on her back. Next to nothing for all that effort. In Ganvié, a person's wealth is measured in these patches of land springing up everywhere. To rear a few goats, but above all, to make the impossible possible and run around somewhere. It's a godsend for all these little ones to be able to play like other kids. But here, hard work always comes before pleasure. This weekend, every single member of Paul's family is helping build a garden around the house. There we go. Go on. The earth comes from the lake shores. It was bought little by little with every spare cent. That's your paddle?
Yes, it's his paddle.
Paddles are ubiquitous here. That's the paddle spade. 2 tools in one. Give your daughter some sand. We have such fun in Ganvié. Despite the good-natured atmosphere, it feels more like hard labour in this blazing heat. I'm not sure if I still want to be Paul's daughter. It's too exhausting being his daughter. You're all working away. It's hard, huh? When did you start, Paul, making your plot of land bigger? Do you remember?
I started bringing back sand 15 years ago. We need land.
It's a big garden for them.
We need land. If we have a celebration, throw a party, or hold a funeral, we have enough space now to invite the whole family. And you know, if my wife dies, or me, or Grandpa, at least we have somewhere to bury them.
Etienne, is anyone already buried here?
Yes, my mother.
Really? Véronique? Paul's first wife? Where?
Over there.
Where is Véronique buried?
Here.
Ah, here in the middle. Right. We've been stepping on Véronique. There's nothing to indicate. You know, we place a cross on our graves because it's the religion. Well, it depends on the religion, but it's to indicate that it's a grave. Here you can't see it at all.
Yes, there's a coffin.
Is there a coffin, a box? A coffin, right. Well, I had no idea. I've walked this way at least 50 times. I'd never have imagined your mother was here.
We're going to build a house here.
OK. A concrete house, like for Grandpa. There's a special atmosphere this morning. The family is getting the fish traps and nets ready for one of the biggest fishing expeditions of the year. And I'm as delighted as I am fearful that I won't get out of it. Given what is at stake, Paul and his relatives want to be sure the gods are on their side. Benin is the birthplace of voodoo, and for the first time ever, I'm going to join in a ceremony.
Be blessed.
To summon the spirits, these are the offerings, a few nuts and a small banknote.
I pray to you, God. O you, Sakpata, God of the village, we beseech you. We beseech you. All the gods of the village, we beseech you.
They tell the future with cola nuts here.
May you only have good luck.
Is it good?
Yes, it is. When the cola nuts roll on their backs, it's a sign of good luck. All the quarters are open, which means good things will happen.
It's positive. Here we go again.
The offerings have been fruitful. Nothing bad will happen.
You have to eat it.
Now we've been blessed by the spirits, we're ready for the great fishing expedition. The family's income for the next few months depends on one of these parks on the lake. They are known as akajas. A very ingenious fish farming system made with whatever is at hand. Branches of palm trees demarcate each park. Others are planted inside. The fish feed on the rotting vegetation. So they take shelter in them and reproduce. Hello. Hey, Paul. This akaja belongs to Paul's uncle. They get on really well. The akaja is so big that 40 men are needed for the entire week. So does everyone in the family help out each time? In a cousin's or uncle's akaja?
Yeah? Yes.
And how do you make money?
We share.
Do you share the fish?
We share, we share.
How many months' income would this akaja provide the family?
For instance, if they earn 1 million,
That's enough for the family to live on for how long?
2 months, a month and a half.
Step 1. Working hard? Surround the akaja with this net, which is several hundred meters long. The fish will not be able to escape when it's time for step 2. The one I'm dreading. The noose is tightening. The time to get in the water is fast approaching. And this is the second step of the operation. Make a commotion in the akaja so that the fish rush into the nets. And to scare off the fish, nothing is more effective, unluckily for me, than jumping in the water. It's disgusting.
Carefully, carefully. Go
Slowly.
carefully.
Careful.
It's muddy. I'm sinking into the mud. It's gross. They're making fun of me. Come on. Ooh! Come on, fish. Fish.
Like this.
No way. We'd better get a good catch. Come on, you lot. They're just watching. Come on, get to work. After our plunge into the lake, it's the moment of truth. Are there any fish in the nets? There's fish in them. I can see them jumping. The surface is all a quiver. A very good sign. Oh, that's great. Come on, little fishies. Is it a good catch, this, everything we fished?
Yes, it's a good catch. Fishing is our wealth.
It's a good amount? How much will you make from it? A lot of money? Good. A few meters away, Madeleine and the other village women are all ready to go and sell the fish in Cotonou. The time has come to leave these magnificent surroundings. Tonight is the last night in this strange town, with this wonderful family. For me, Paul's 18th child, the landlubbing Yovo. It won't be easy to forget you.
We want to thank you, because it isn't every white person that would stay with poor people, and blacks to boot,
With blacks.
for 2 whole weeks.
It isn't very common.
And we're really flattered. So thank you, Alex. We're so pleased. That's why we've all got together, our little family, to see you off.
Thank you all, thank you. You can't imagine what life's like in Ganvié until you come here. It's impossible. This town does things like no other town. You're brave to live here. It isn't an easy life by any means. I'm really touched by Etienne's words, just as I am by this song the whole family bursts into. Goodbye, everyone. The voodoo deities predicted I would never forget you, and the rational person that I am agrees. Wherever I am, I will think of you, my beloved, unsinkable Cotonou.
Tu veux être présidente du Bénin? Oui. Ah bah super! Tu me laisseras ton numéro de téléphone. Moi, je suis une fille. Hein.
Oui.
Est-ce que tu pourras m'apprendre à pêcher?
Alors, sans problème.
Et on le dit à personne, hein?
Oui, on le dit à personne, c'est ça.
Personne. Chut.